closest, it was Mars. Mars comes closest to Earth every other year around the time. No, so it wasn't Mars. I don't know what it was. Hang on. What planet was close to us? Hang on, let me look. People could see the spot on something. Years. I think it was yesterday. You have to, if you could only see what I just typed into my search. Sometimes I amaze myself that it even figures it out. I'm not making it up. There was something about a planet being close to us yesterday or the day before. Oh, well. I'm determined to find it. I can't believe I can't think of it. My search engine is crazy. Although they did find the strongest evidence that there was life on a planet this weekend, so maybe we'll talk about that instead. I think that was Mars. Yeah, I think that was Mars. Yeah, I feel like that was Mars. Maybe I got that mixed up in my head. Oh well. What did everybody get to eat dinner? I had another frozen meal. Packed up. Most of my kitchen's packed up now. I have like 4 bags of garbage of food that I just wasted. Don't you hate that? I'm still living in that fear of like a food desert or something. I don't know. Hello, Luca. Crazy lives, huh, today? People are wilding out. It's not me, not yet. Just kidding. I do feel bad for those two. What are you up to, Loca? Anything fun and new in your life lately? But it has been a while. What are you... Oh, deep cleaning. Tis the season. Have you done your oven yet? Oven and fridge. Those are my big ones on the list for my clients right now. I start getting them ready in September so that when November, comes around for Thanksgiving, their ovens aren't as hard. Ooh, the oven. I'm so good at it. I did 2 today, which was hard on my neck and my arm. I did get my x-ray today. Got to go get an MRI and see a surgeon. I don't think I'm going to have surgery, but I think I need to have injections at minimum in PT. Eventually, I'll have to have surgery because I herniated. I think one's bulging, one's herniated. I don't know how I did it. I just think it's age, by the way. Shit happens. It's not been the worst pain. It's very hard. The worst pain is my hand and the bottom of my shoulder. But I can kind of move, like putting my hand down and I can't sleep at night. So I thought it was a shoulder injury. Oh, you do? Oh, the lower back was a nightmare for me. But I haven't had surgery on that yet. So hopefully injections but they put me on steroids to get ready. But I also started a new medication to maybe help with the aggression. And I only have to be on it. I'm going to titrate for the next 5 days. So, but it should get me through working and moving this weekend. And maybe get some of the inflammation out. Yeah, but you probably earned those herniated discs. What did I do? Turn 54? So stupid. Like you probably physically did something. I didn't do shit. Just age. I shouldn't complain. It could be much, much more painful. You're right. I did nothing. But that's how it goes. Like when my lower back went out, I literally sneezed. That's it. Just sneezed one day. Now, I am rough on my back and neck. I'm not going to deny it. No, ma'am. Oh, yeah. That'll do it. That will do it. Knock wood, I haven't had a bad car accident. That's awful. See, that wasn't even your fault. That's awful. Knock wood, please. God, leave me alone. I got my rosary out and everything tonight. I've been struggling today. I don't know why. Day 6. I think it's normal. Just my body and mind adjusting again. I think the stress of the move, too. Just need to get it done. I feel a little bit better now that everything's for the most part packed up. Crazy out there. Something happened today in Cincinnati with a Kroger in a parking lot. I feel like another old woman hit an old woman. It wasn't good. I feel like that happened. I don't know. This rosary smells so good. If you went to Catholic schools, you'll know what I'm talking about. Or ever been in the Middle East. It smells so good. It's like the oils and perfumes they use. It reminds me of my childhood. If you grew up Catholic, you'll know. I think these are handmade beads, too. Hey, Hazel. Wild night tonight. Good to see you again. Stop yawning. So I'm thinking about cutting my hair. Excuse me. Like super short. The stylist I have now will not do it. Because I have so much hair and it's so wavy and curly now. And she thinks that I just won't do it. Which I probably wouldn't. About dyeing your hair? Oh, girl, if I did not have to highlight my hair and lowlight it, I wouldn't. But obviously I haven't done it in a while because you can see my gray patches coming in. But the stylist I have right now is not doing it for me. I used to be much blonder. I think she is trying to save my hair, and maybe the gray that's coming in is not able to be bleached or colored. I don't know. So I'm going to pick somebody off of TikTok that's well known, that's in Cincinnati. I got to save up first, so, because Miss Witty here needs to get a PT and get an injection. Hi. Tick Nana. Oh, and my client's dog today ate a banana, like whole. Had to put my hand down his throat and get it. It was great. You don't want to know. It was bad. It was crazy. And my clients could see me the whole time. And I'm calling the dog a dick. I was like, you dick, you asshole, don't die. It was a day. And his name is Monkey. Quite funny. They keep the bananas on top of the refrigerator. So I'm not quite sure how he got one. They think one of the kids may have dropped a banana. And he found it. And it was sideways in his mouth. All the way sideways. Peel and all. He's like a hippo. Massive jaws. And jowls. But he kept shaking his head. And I was like, get it. It was too late. I know. It came out with other things. Both sides. He was that nervous. Because he didn't know what to do. Because I've never yelled at him. I don't think he gets yelled at. Bull Mastiffs are pretty chill dogs. And he was pretty upset that I yelled. He had fear in his eyes. I don't know if it was The fear that he thought he was dying from the banana, or me yelling at him to get the banana out of his throat. Like, it was traumatic for all of us. They are so amazing. Like, he's an amazing dog. But when he flips his head around and that slobber goes everywhere. But yeah, sweet dog. Nobody comes to that door. No one comes to that door without looking wide-eyed. Like he's not an aggressive dog, but he knows when to be, if you know what I mean. Very highly protective. They had a tree falling in their yard, and at the time they had a 3-year-old playing in the sandbox, and that dog saved that child's life. No doubt. He was barking and got the 3-year-old to get out of the sandbox and move. Kept nudging the 3-year-old, actually. I'll have to see if I can get that video because it's a sweet video. Much easier than the Labradoodles that like to pull me by my ponytail. When I get down too low, they start yanking me by my ponytail across the floor. They're crazy. And it's always the females that do it, not the males. And they hump me. If you're down low, like cleaning baseboards, that female Labradoodle or whatever it is, loves to hump me. I don't know what it is with her. She's wild. Truly, don't I know it? Aw. Good. Good. It helped me a little bit too today. Hi, Frenchie. I love your profile picture. I did red hair once. It did not last on me because I'm out in the sun a lot. And at the time I had really blonde hair and went to red. But I love red hair. It looked like I actually have a lot of red in my hair, but not enough to like. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for the compliment too. Gots to do what we gots to do and live with our choices, which is hard sometimes. I'm living mine. Yeah, I would love. Like, it's just, and redheads have the highest threshold for pain. Like, I was more red when I was younger, but as I started to gray and go out in the sun and get older, I started doing more blonde. But I'm technically a redhead. Brunette redhead. Really? Yep. Super curly? Yeah, I have a friend that's what happened with her hair too. Like, she hated her straight hair. And when it came in, it was a completely different color. It was jet black where she was a blonde. And and then she turned gray. But she has curly hair now. It's crazy. Well, I'm sorry to hear you had to do chemo. Did it help? Did it work? Hopefully you don't have to do it again for a very long time. Or ever. I wonder sometimes, I take methotrexate by mouth off and on for my eye. Just a very low dose. But I wonder, and I've taken more this year and last year than I've ever taken it. Just to prep for some surgeries that I was having and inflammation in my eye. And I'm wondering if that's why my hair has gotten really curly lately. Because it's obnoxious. Like, this is straightened. Like, I braided it to get it somewhat straight. And I pull it slick back. Yeah. I wish my gray was just totally grown out at this point. I pray too. So get ready. I might not get on tomorrow because I did the first round of steroids tonight. So pray I sleep tomorrow or tonight, and pray it works to at least get me moving without pain tonight. Drugs have weird side effects. Yes, they do. One of the biggest side effects to methotrexate by mouth is kidney stones. So that's why I drink a ton of like lemonade, Crystal Light, because I don't make citrate. I mean, y'all saw me the last time I did steroids. But I also started another medication, so hopefully it'll keep me calm. I'm going to say what it is. It's Wellbutrin. Who the fuck cares? One, it's used for addiction, and two, it for some reason works very well with me. So hopefully I'll stay calm. Or at least normal. That's a lie. I will not stay normal. I will be zooming around tomorrow and feeling like I can lift a car. I'm not kidding. Well, maybe not so much because my shoulder and my neck hurt. But in the past, when I've taken it for like my eye, like you feel no pain when you're on steroids. It's fantastic. So, if you know, you know. Yeah. Superpowers and super angry. It's roid rage for me, but I'm not going to be on it for very long. They're only giving me a 5-day dose, and I'm going to do it right this time. I don't have to take it. Like before, when I was taking it, I had taken it for like over a week, I think. And by the time I got to day 7 or 10, that's when the aggression started. So, oops, sorry. So, you know, hopefully I'm only on it for 5. They're only going to give me a 5-day. And then I'm going to have to get an injection. So let me do that after the move. But I sort of feel like I felt better today. At times, like maybe I'm just getting used to the pain. I don't know. Yeah, me too. But I'm very sensitive to them because I took it for almost a year when I had the diplopia and like double vision and when I first was diagnosed, and that was the worst case. But yeah, they don't like to give them to me very often. Like I should just reserve a room in the psych ward, if you know what I mean. It's been doing very well. Very, very well. It gets red at night because I get dry. So I'm getting a little bit more drier since that procedure, but also I'm staring at this phone. It's when I'm not blinking enough. So I've been on my monitor a little bit, doing taxes, paperwork, stuff like that. So I don't blink enough. And I'm 54 with dry eye. But no, it looks good. Pressures are good. I do have to watch my pressure with the steroid, though. So maybe I'll go get that checked next week. I'll know instantly, but yeah. No, looks good. Everything looks good. I don't have to go back for like, I don't know. I think he said something like 3 or 4 months. Closer to the end of the year. Yeah. They do not help. But I'm using like I'm off all antibiotic and steroid eye drops now, so that's good. Yeah, I know. Well, I got a punctal plug. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a little uncomfortable, but they numb you. You don't feel it, and they put a plug, like a little tube. It's like a tiny little, it's so microscopic. And they punch it in there, and it helps my eyes stay lubricated. And if I do cry, because I told them, they were like, why is your eye so, like, after that incident, I was like, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty emotional from crying. And they were like, let us help you out there a little bit, too. So that actually, keeping my eye moist and filtered helps. So, yeah, punctal plugs. If you have dry eye, I highly recommend them. You do not feel them. Unless you rub your eyes a lot, sometimes they can push up a little bit and you can kind of feel them, but they don't hurt. You just get them removed and they put a new one in. But they're expensive. Like the tube, yeah. Like it's a tiny there's different ones. Like depending on the type of surgery, like glaucoma or problem that you have with filtering in your eye, lacrimal glands, they'll stick like a shunt in there for some people, especially people with like Graves' disease. I don't know if you've seen that. That's awful. I don't know why. But mine are very tiny. And they have some new ones out that are super, super easy to wear. When I first get them on, though, your eye like leaks for like the first 2 hours. Like you're constantly like, is this how it's going to be? But then your eye gets used to it. So it helps. It's better than doing drops, every hour on the hour. The problem is when you use eye drops, you are corroding your cornea down or eroding the cornea down. Unless you're using preservative-free. Preservative-free eye drops are dangerous for somebody like me because they can get bacteria in them quickly. You can't reuse them. We become lazy about it, so we'll reuse one. Like we'll use a little bit and we'll go back and use it again because, there's some left in there. Because your eye can only hold one drop at a time, and you have to space your drops out. I'm getting all technical, but yeah. So the less drops I have to do, the better off my cornea is. So put the punctal plug in and try it. No. Well, and I have a hole in my eye, so any bacteria can go to my brain quickly. I forget about that. I've had it for so long, but that's the hole that's closing now, which is good. And my pressure seems to be stabilizing. The trabecular meshwork seems to be creating those holes and making it work again, which is wild. What happened with my eye was something very rare, and for it to do it again was even more rare. They didn't think it would do it again that many years apart, and they were like, it's pretty cool. I'm very blessed. Well, thank you. I'm not going to stay on long. I can feel my tiredness hitting me. I'm just curious if anybody's going to watch this live. I may stay on for a little bit longer and see what he has to say, because I am curious as to why he's going live. Like, what? Not that none of you probably care about Florida Man. And I really don't care. I'm just curious to see if I'm one of the targets now. I shouldn't laugh, because it's scary. Florida Man. At like 9 something. I think it's 9 Eastern Standard Time. But, he's always late, so. You never know. And with certain people that I've been not so friendly with, and then they've not been friendly with me, I just wonder if I'm now target number, whatever, 160 on this app. Oh, I was gonna shoot. Never mind. I'm an Eastern Standard, so he should be on here soon. My sinuses, TMI again, my sinuses just dropped. Like, what is the weather around here? Hey, and does anybody in this live use an anti-inflammatory outside of Advil or ibuprofen that's safe for your stomach and that works? Because I need to look into it. She wanted to give me naproxen, which you can get anywhere over the counter, but it makes me drowsy. I know it sounds weird, but it makes me want to fall asleep. Maybe it works, and that's why. I don't know. You're Eastern Standard Time too? Welcome. It did get darker earlier today. Celebrex, yeah. And then I picked up some Voltaren gel. The problem is I don't know how I'm supposed to get it on myself where I need it. Can't reach. That's so stupid. Like, I can get it on like most of my upper back and neck, but not a couple parts that are really painful. So it's gonna be interesting. She's talked to me about Celebrex. I just need to get back with her tomorrow. Does it work for you? Yeah, maybe I'll go do that tomorrow. Like, Wait, don't they have like self-tanner paddles? Maybe I could do that. I remember I used to have one. Yeah, I'll go to like Ulta or whatever and see if I can find one. I could probably Amazon it too. Like, but we'll see how that works too. That might work better than systemically, because now I'm getting kind of like that rebound headache from taking ibuprofen for so long. I know, I sound like a hypochondriac now. Yeah. Or even one of those self-tanner back mitts. Yeah. I like it. What did I just do? Wow. Right? And 54. Like, I didn't even earn this injury. Like, I can't even say, like, yeah, I was drunk and I fell. Nope, that didn't happen this time. I can't say that I was working and I lifted a piano. I've done that before. Or a couch or anything. I did nothing. I just woke up like that. You're just old. This doctor actually said that's what it's like when you get older. Huh? And she goes, yeah, when we get old, we have aches and pains and stuff happens to our bodies. Really? When we get old. She first said older, but then she said, yeah, when we get old. Sorry. I'm just like, whatever. Let's see if he gets old. I don't want to follow him, so I'm just going to look to see if we see him in lives. God, I don't want to follow him. Like, how many accounts does he have, and which account will he be using? Because I don't want to join all these. Somebody's just going to have to tell me if they see him. Well, thank you, Ella. You're so kind. Do any of you guys stay up all night? Like, are you night owls? Excuse me. Just burped. Oh my God, that was so gross. That was dinner. It was delish. And it was a frozen meal. Go figure. Oh, I know I'm not, but sometimes you just feel like you are one, you know? But I went into my chart to see if I could, get the results from the x-ray alone. And I hadn't had anything since 2022. Wait. Yeah, no, that's a lie, because I had a kidney stone in 2024. So that was in there. I thought all the hospital systems connected together now, but I guess they don't. Aw, thank you, Michaela. You're so sweet. Hey, girlfriend. Everybody's staying even keeled tonight until Florida Man goes. Well, I'm nutty. That was established this morning. I know I'm a little crazy sometimes. It's okay. I like being a little nutty. Keep you on your toes. I gotta turn. It's starting to hurt. I need to get like a... Don't send gifts like that. Oh, that's so sweet and kind. But I fear that my account will be shut down at any time and that'll be wasted. But thank you. I appreciate it. But let's send it to some people that could really use it, because I don't ever cash mine out. I just spread the love like you. I love you too. Nutty is like my jam lately. I don't. It's fine. I own it. Parts of me like my nuttiness. A little spicy is good. That's right. And from what I hear, men like a little nuttiness. Okay, I heard myself saying it. And by the way, I was in a live not just a little while ago. Yes, ma'am. And they were all they got potty mouths all to hell, and I really felt like I was like, yes, say it for me, because I'm really trying not to say that C word. But that live was it was wild. It was too funny, and they kept calling themselves bitches and cunts. So it just felt good. I'm sorry, but sometimes that word is needed. Probably not in the context that I was saying it, but you know what I mean. I'll take nutty over mean right? Exactly. Gosh. Okay, this last requested to battle, their name was Zam Zam. I kind of like that. Nutty over mean any day, right? So don't come around on Saturday or Sunday. Well, I won't have time on Saturday to go live. I say that, but you never know. Because that'll be Dave right in the middle of this. Well, if I'm titrating, I'm going to be positive about this. It's going to be okay. Right? She did offer a sleeping pill. My BioFreeze. Medically induced means doesn't count. Take us on a field trip. Okay. Take a sleeping pill, you think? It's a mild one that she recommended. I've taken it before. I don't know if it works, but she said, hey, because I really am not sleeping well with my arm and shoulder. It has woken me up all night long, every night. And personally, I think my anxiety and depression gets worse. And I actually have a low threshold for seizures if I do that. So I need to start really sleeping. Yeah, I think that was her concern too, is like, if you're going to be on the steroid, you may want to get enough sleep, because when you're on steroids, you can't, tomorrow will be the big one that I'll be worried about sleeping. So yeah, I did get the prescription filled. There's only 5 in here, so for as long as I'm taking it. So maybe I'll take it. Plus, I'm going to be in a new place, so it might be wise for me to, instead of just laying there with my eyes wide open, thinking about everything I have to do. I don't have to do it, but you know what I mean. Might be wise to take the pill. Stop fighting it, Woody. Just do it. Because evidently, I do not know everything. It's a whole other funny story. Some of the kids, when I'm cleaning and stuff like that, and I've nannied for them or babysat with them, they're the sweetest kids, but sometimes they have adult conversations with me that crack my ass up. No, I was a licensed massage therapist and an ophthalmic tech for years. And I don't know if you know, but in the state of Ohio, we're pre-med in an accelerated program. It's great. And I grew up with a mother that's a nurse. But evidently, I don't know everything. Superheroes, is that what you call them? Superheroes? I call myself a super weirdo when I'm on steroid. It is outrageous. I'm in Ohio. Yeah. Frenchie, everybody knows where I live. I'm near that Island of Kings, if you know what I mean. That they have fireworks in the summertime every night. Lots of roller coasters. Oh, yes. I am gonna sort of miss this area. It's very quiet and somewhat pretty. It is pretty. What am I talking about? But somebody reminded me today that I have to put my arm up in there. The wall feels good. It's nice and cool. That I am moving close to a very expensive mall, one of the only malls we have in this area. That's so dangerous. Yes, not Cedar Point. We're owned by Cedar Point, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we are. But yeah, the other one. I could say something, but I won't. Hi, Heavenly. It's okay, cough. I'm trying not to. Oh, there goes my neck back. My neck. Somebody said I sounded like I was going, caw, caw, today when I was laughing. Midwesterner, correct. First of all, hooday. I don't always say oorah. I say hooday, hooday. Hooday think gonna beat them Bengals. Well, evidently a lot of them, because our quarterback, Jeff Burrows, is on the injured list for 3 months. It was okay. I'm doing well. I survived day 6, made it through. Check. Yeah, he's on the injured list, and I don't know, did anybody hear about, who was the other player that came out of the game on Sunday with an injury? But Joe Burrows is 3 months out. I think. Who knows? I don't know why we didn't protect him better. But that's just my opinion. And I know nothing about football. Burrows. Joe Burrows. Why did I say Jeff? Yeah, I think he's in the news. He's on the reserved injured list for, I think it's 7 or 3 months. Not 7. Lord, no. Yep. It's okay. Thank you. It's something. It's a start. Just gotta do it. Actually, I'm feeling... Today mentally was a rough day. But physically, like my blood pressure's down. And... Oh, I get to reduce my metformin. She doesn't want to totally take me off of it. Got to weigh in. That was the first time in a long time that I felt good about it. And then my eye looks good. That wasn't today. That's been over a week. But mentally today, I don't know. I was struggling. It wasn't about alcohol either. It was just me wanting to punch people in the front butt, if you know what I mean. Shut up. So I think that's normal. At least it is for me. When you're newly sober. You're pissed. Like, why me? Yeah. I know. And I got to remember, I'm not the only one that's been through this. Like, I just need to... Oh, and I saw my sponsor twice today. So that helped. Because I'm not going to see her tomorrow. And I won't see her Friday. So... And I won't be at a meeting on Friday. I'll hit the meeting tomorrow. Thursday and Friday, because today's Tuesday. So tomorrow I'll hit a meeting. Thursday I'll hit a morning meeting, but then I won't hit another meeting and probably until Sunday. I know we're supposed to get our 90 in 90 days, but I gotta move and I gotta be sane. So, and I got shit to do outside of just moving, if you know what I mean. No. So, I can't do it all. I know I think I'm Superwoman sometimes, but I'm not. So, and I have a date. Supposedly on Sunday evening. We'll see. I feel like I need to reschedule that, but it's no pressure. It's going to be actually a very casual date. So, and it's no pressure. It's Sunday evening. I will. Yeah, really. I know. Super nice guy, too. It'll be interesting. And it's a place that I like to go to. We can sit outside. Just chill. And then I can say, hey, I got to work tomorrow. I got to go. That's terrible. That's terrible. I shouldn't be so negative about it. Anybody else dating in their 50s out here? I will, totally. I was thinking about getting my hair done in the midst of that, but I don't. No, it's not going to happen. Well, I'm going to give him 7 more minutes to see if he comes on by 9. If he's not on by 9, I'm going to go take a shower and get ready for bed. And if he comes on, I might come on and air it. Or stream it. We'll see. By then, I'd probably be like, fuck it. Watch my show and go to sleep. What was the show I was going to watch? It's an oldie. Older one. It's on Hulu. It's a series. Better Things. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. Has anybody watched it? Sam Fox is her name, the character's name. It's a mom that's a comedian or an actress that has 3 girls. Let's see the cast and crew. Never heard of it? Yeah, it's kind of a chicky show, but Pam, so she's Sam Fox, a brash, fourth-rate single mother of 3 girls, and a veteran character actor living in Los Angeles. She's got a mom named Phil. Yeah, check it out. It's on Hulu. Max is Sam's, oldest daughter, and then Frankie and Duke. So far, the first show or 2 are pretty interesting. We'll see. It's something to fall asleep to, too. I kind of like her relationship with her daughters. Yeah. And I like that she's a single mom with a nutty mother. Excuse me. Good Lord, that was rude. Yawning. Okay, has anybody started their Christmas shopping? That was a big discussion today. Believe it or not. So I went to my meetings today, and then I met with my sponsor, and then met with her group. And they were all talking about they started their Christmas shopping. What? Are we supposed to be doing that? I mean, I did buy the gecko. I'm not going to deny it. I don't know who's going to get it. I may have to get more than one so they can race them. Has anybody seen the wall gecko? I'm someone who can only deal with one holiday at a time. I'm telling you. Menards, most of their Halloween stuff is already off the shelves and moved over, and they are setting for Christmas already. It is September. That is nutty to me. They can't even wait till after Halloween or October. Now here's the other thing. I don't want to keep my Christmas tree or anything. I want to give it away all to the kids and be done. And put maybe a couple things up. It's not even October. Exactly. And I hope all these Halloween costumes aren't already gone. I am going to a Halloween party this year. A sober one, thank you. I know. Found one already. But I've known her for a while and she's sober. She was in my original sober group years ago. And she's like, she's moving into a home and they're going to have a housewarming Halloween party. Yeah. Yeah, it's just something small. Hey, look, Glossy. Yeah, something small, like a fiber optic tree. Kind of like those. I don't know why. And I'm into snow globes, for every season. So maybe I'll just put a snow globe out. String some lights. Hello, Nelly. Good evening. Is everybody ready for Florida Man's Live? I'm placing a bet I'm going to be on the list this time. I feel like I might be. I know, the fiber optics. So I had one, but I gave it to my ex-husband when we moved. And I feel kind of weird asking for it, but it's actually a gift from my mother. I kind of feel weird asking for it back. Hey, if you're not using that. Because it was a gorgeous, tiny one that was on our piano. But it was a gorgeous fiber optics. You have a Tinkerbell snow globe? I'm infatuated. Oh, sorry. Why do I use the hand? That hurts. Yeah, he's going live. Supposedly at 9 o'clock. what was I going to say? I don't... But I love snow globes. Yes. I have a Peanuts one. You know, nativity scene ones. All that jazz. The only thing I like is the smell of pine trees, but I never have one. I have a fake one, and then I do a wall plug from Bath and Body Works. So it smells like pine trees or cinnamon. But yeah, that's all I need. Because I put all of my not all of my clients, but I do a majority of my high-end clients. I put up all their different trees and all their decorations throughout their homes. There's a few that I don't. I at least take it all down, though, every year and pack it away. But yeah, I put up all their trees. And so you kind of get tired by the time you get home. And I'm looking at them all day, and I'm dusting around all that crap. And yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not a clutter bug. That's a lie. You should see the stuff surrounding me right now. Ooh, I need to get rid of those paintings. Another run to the Goodwill. I'm telling you, I'm placing bets that I'm on it because, you know, he hangs out with Megan and them. So I have a feeling because she's so mad at me right now that Shannon's going to be back on it and I'm going to be on it. I'm just saying. I'm one of, like, what? I said this before, 169 people that are on the shit list. It's scary, but what are you going to do? If I'm on the list, I'm not going to be surprised. Other people are saying, no way, you're not that important. And I'm not. But after this morning and some stuff that's, like, gone around, like, I feel like I might be. We'll see. I got to turn around, turning my neck like that. So, we'll see. Maybe not. Again, narcissists like me, when we stop drinking, everything's all about us. We tend to think everybody is attacking us. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not scared. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, okay. I will say they have, like, my adult children have been contacted, and one other person. So, and that was the wrong move on their part. It was kind of laughable. Like, you idiots. Who cares? Like, what are you gonna do? What are they gonna come and do? Nothing. Talk smack about me on the internet? Okay. That's already happening. Hi, JJ. So, but I got this wicked feeling. I'm prepared. Don't worry. Mentally, I'm prepared. I'm scared for anybody that he goes after, because there's a lot of people that are afraid of him. But I'm not afraid. It would take a lot. You know what I mean? Thank you. I'm not afraid. Excuse me, stop that. Today wore me out. You know, we talk about what we're grateful for, or what are on your gratuity or whatever list that we're supposed to make every day. We're supposed to make every day. Supposed to. Did you hear me? I got to get a new notebook because I'm starting over, or a journal. This time I think I'm going to do an art one. I don't know if you guys, it's just an idea. Let me know what you think, but it's contagious stuff. I know, right? It's gone again. See, that's happening a lot. It's got to be the lack of sleep and shit. I don't know. Well, it'll come back to me if it's important. Oh, the journal. So, get more of an arts and craft like type paper and like use magazines, draw, watercolors, ink, paint. If I can't write the words, do it with art. on a piece of paper and just make a journal that way. And then write around it, or write the things that I'm grateful for around it, or on the back side of that page or whatever. But something that's not going to be just like, 5 minutes of I'm grateful for, and I'm grateful because I've done all that before. And I've done the steps before. It's got to be different. Yeah. And everybody's talking about being, getting a hobby. So, and I've got clients that have magazines out the wazoo that they're constantly throwing away. And so I'm going to probably do that. So I'll use magazines and, paper or flowers, whatever. Something new. But what was my gratuity? Oh, wow. Today was my big one. Like, I am grateful that I have a good job. Well, not a great job, but I have great clients. I have a job. I'm grateful that I get to change my environment, although I'm afraid. I'm grateful. And I'm grateful that I had some conversations today on and off this app that, and I stood there and made myself clear. I know that people don't like certain things that I'm doing, but I'm grateful that I was able to say it and it was receptive and received well. Yeah, my words don't always, and they're not always perceived the same way. Everybody has their own perception of what you're saying. Not even just spoken word, it's written word. It's even worse, especially in text or in comments or, whatever. Except for that see you next Tuesday word. I miss it. I'm grateful that other people were saying it all day today. And again, every time somebody used it, my head was like, yeah? Do it. Say it for me. And I don't know why, but it felt good. Again, I feel like it's a control thing. When somebody tells me not to do something, it's like, I just want to say it now 52 times. You said I can't say it? Hold the phone. That's a whole nother funny joke. No. Yeah. I said to hold my beer because I can't say hold my beer. Don't ask. I kept saying it in a group of sober people. Hold my beer. Wasn't appropriate. So now I say hold the phone. I don't know why. It's terrible. It's like Tourette's, which my grandmother had terrible Tourette's. We called her Fuck It Grandma. She worked for Leona Helmsley as a head of housekeeping. Hold, please. Who used to say that? What? Yeah, she worked for Leona Helmsley back in the day. And her Chihuahua was one of Leona's dog's Chihuahuas. Yep, she did. She had terrible Tourette's. And so Leona was very good to my grandmother. My grandmother really only drove to work and home. And her time with us as grandkids, she loved to go to the movies, but she couldn't do it even as a young adult because she had audible and physical tics. But she would constantly go, fuck it. But we called her Fuck It Grandma for the longest time because she would say fuck it. That was her favorite thing to say. That's why probably, and I think she used to say the see you next Tuesday word. So parts of me growing up with a Marine that owned a trucking company with a grandmother that had Tourette's. I mean, it was good, and we were Catholic, Irish Catholic, German, so you can't, was probably a common occurrence in our house. So, although we weren't allowed to say hate or crap, or no, we were never ever allowed to say the word no to our parents. Weird. That's changed, I can tell you that. But, so it came naturally, but Leona would, I don't know if you know the Cincinnati area, but like in Kenwood, that's where the hotel was, across the street was a small movie theater in Kenwood Town Center, and she would have it shut down on Sunday mornings so that just our family could go into the movie theater to see a movie, and she would pay for the whole thing. And we could run around. I didn't know you were supposed to sit in your seats at movies because we would switch seats the whole time we were in there. Could you imagine that? Writing a new book. Who's writing a new book? I don't know what that means. But yeah, yeah. So we didn't understand until we got older that movie theaters, like other people went to them. What? We were really little. I remember there was twins, and then 15 months later another sister, and then my mom's brother had children at the same. They were there. My mom's sister-in-law and her brother were pregnant at the same times we were. So there were 5 of us kids. So it was kind of funny. But we would go to the movies, and that would be the time that my parents and my aunt and uncle would go like to breakfast or whatever and or to whatever, sleep. Who knows? But yeah, fuck it, grandma in the movies was my biggest memory. She would do that constantly. There were bad habits that we had to break as we got older. My mom would have to tell us, people don't do that, right? They don't say fuck it all the time. I was like, really? No. Yeah. You do grow, you do eventually stop. And then when people would say something to my grandmother, if she did have to go to the grocery store or anything, the constant jerking and stuff like that, people would be staring. Oh God, did I become mean? Who are you looking at? Go put your teeth back in. If you knew where we lived, you'd understand what I'm saying. They would literally leave and go out without their teeth in. Like, what are you doing? Although my cousin that worked as a butcher would take his teeth out just to scare us. So we would get up to I don't know if you know what IGA is, but we would go up to the IGA and we would see Uncle Denny and we're like, let's see it. And then he would take his teeth out and we'd scream and run. Might be why I'm a little weird. Hi, Chansey. Just a little. But, lessons learned. And those are the precious moments of our lives. With fuck it, grandma. I actually didn't know her real name until she passed away. So her husband called her Pete. Like Pete and repeat. Because she would repeat things constantly. But he called her Pete. Her name was... Well, I'm not going to tell you her name. But when we went to her funeral, I go, who is that? And my dad's like, your grandmother. I was like, her name's not Pete. Sorry. I know, right? Taking the teeth out. It's an interesting move with kids. It does work, though. We do scatter. We do go away. He was also the one that would take his thumb off. The fake thumb trick. I bought it every time. I was like, yep, that's happening. And I would gag. I wasn't the brightest bulb, okay? It's very naive. I think I remember asking, does anything else fall off of you? All the time. You sure? I wouldn't hold his hand either because I thought it would fall off. I had dreams about it as a kid. He could jump higher than the house? Stop. How tall was he? Your grandpa was tall. Stop. I'm envisioning the Jolly Green Giant. Oh my God, and I said that the other day to a kid, and he had no idea who I was talking about. No, the house can't jump. Wait a minute. He could jump higher than the house. No, okay. All right, I think I'm following. No, the house can't jump. Got it. No, okay. All right, I think I'm following. No, the house can't jump. Got it. No, the house can't jump. Got it. Hold on, let me. That took me a while. Seriously, the roots are deep today. Do you know that why people have gray or white hair? Because it has more air in the follicle, and that's why they call you airheads when you're a blonde. Just saying. Thanks. It took me a while, but I eventually got. Shut up. Hi, Bethany. Oh God, that's funny. I can't believe I read that like 3 times before it dawned on me what you were saying. Just read a message. God, I read that 3 times. I'm a little. Ooh, should we look to see if he's live? Does anybody know if he's live and which account? I can't look down. I get my messages on my iPad now? What? That's crazy. He's live. Okay. You guys want to hear it?
It's like-minded clusters of people will push each other to more extreme confidence and harsher talking points and harsher actions and things that become so out of control.
Let me read this really quickly what his live says. Being loud isn't being right. Enforcing silence isn't winning an argument. It's proving you don't have one. That's interesting. Online disinhibition? I don't even know if that's a word. Defend group identity over... fewer cues online, less restraint. Identity protection reasoning. Defend group identity over accuracy. Illusory truth effect. Are these real words? Okay. Repetition makes claims feel true. Well, I get that. Narcissism, grandiosis, statue, hungry versus vulnerability, fragile. Rivalry, gear, triggers, aggression, under threat. Dominance versus he did not fucking write this. I'm saying the fuck word today. Dominance versus prestige. Fear/coercion versus earned respect. Parasocial relationship. That's my word. One-sided bond that feels mutual can mobilize defense. This is actually something I learned about last year. This is interesting. Is he stealing somebody else's work and words? SLAPP, SLAPP lawsuit meant to chill public participation, and paper abuse equals bad faith use of systems to control or intimidate. This dude is reaching. What? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn it up now.
It starts to feel more true, not only to yourself,
he's so hard to hear.
To some of the people that are listening. And with social media being a revolving door of people, this version of the story, people with low skill tend to do this. They can easily pair low skill with high confidence and just go for it and hope people believe. And if they don't believe, they don't care because there's always more people out there. They go for the people who are least able to spot any errors in their story. They, target lower IQ people who have extreme faith in any religion or political party.
You can tell he's reading somebody else's work and writing.
Has any signs of
he's reading, not his work.
There's no self-confidence that they have to have something to look up to. That is the type of people that these people target, and Miss Sunshine's no different. Lower confidence as well, yes.
This is comical.
Everybody's got a desire for quick, definite answers. Anybody who questions, anybody who does any more research or questions, and it might go off a path over here, it feels threatening. So people.
That's not me. That's him.
Rush to certainty and punish anybody who challenges their certainty, even if their certainty is wrong. That's a part of spinning the narrative. There's two types of narcissism, and everybody throws narcissism out there. But there is two kinds. There's probably more, but again, I dropped out of high school, so I'm no expert on the subject.
Clearly,
I'm no expert on the subject. I've just experienced it, as with all of you have experienced it.
One of the smidges of himself in there.
And attention. Want to be in charge, want to be in control. Then there's the vulnerable narcissism, the fragile self-image, the hypersensitive, the really anything that could teeter off of what they want or what they feel they need.
Can you hear this?
Both forms of narcissism link to.
He's using ChatGPT, but this is also something that I read last year. There were a couple books that I read that almost verbatim are in the quotes that he wrote out. And yes, he's definitely reading off of somebody else's work. He probably put some of his words into it with ChatGPT. It's clear. That's not. I didn't turn him off. He's got terrible Wi-Fi.
The antagonism, the devaluation.
This is exactly what I read.
The dominance plays, the scare tactics, the trying to get people to be silent, all of that begins and it escalates. Sometimes, and if they don't win, and they don't feel like they can win, they go for the legal route and they say, well, let me go by to a judge. They go for the legal route and they say, well, let me go by to a judge and let me go try to get a protection order to try to shut everybody else up. Fully unaware that the judicial system looks for these patterns in people. You might get the first one, you might get the second one, but there is a pattern that they look for, and if you're abusing the system to get a protection order, you will get called out for it eventually. May not be the first, second, or third time, but keep it up. And there's some hefty
he's got some room and balls to be talking right now.
It's the people that want dominance that aren't dominant in their real life. It's the people that want prestige, that they know they can only get online being fake and lying. They know they can't get it in their life because they're nothing. They want prestige because they feel like respect is freely granted for the value that they don't contribute and for the expertise that they don't have. They want the dominance by getting it through fear or coercion, threats, getting people to pile up on people and dogpile on them, trying to break up friend groups, trying to insert themselves and try to make people feel a different way about people that they're good with. By doxing. By doing anything they can to get the opposition to be quiet because they can't bend and they know it. Their biggest fear is exposure, and that's why you see people continue to jump from people to people. They could have been friends with them last week, but this week they're friends with people that they were defending their prior friends last week against. A good example is the Sunshine, being friends with Snark and all of them, and then shitting on Scammy Claus. But then this week being friends with Scammy Claus and shitting on all of them. And it shows you what kind of people like Scammy Claus are as well, to accept that. It devalues any kind of prestige or dominance that Scammy Claus may think that she has.
He's spewing in a couple things of his own, but this is not his work or his thought.
They're after compensatory control. When real life feels small or uncertain, some people compensate online. They curate a flawless image, and they assert rigid certainty. There's a hypertensional nature to platforms, online, TikTok included, where you can carefully edit and carefully curate your own self-presentation for immediate feedback. That makes the performing power that you feel more rewarding and quicker, so the behavior repeats. Parasocial relationships are a big problem.
You guys know I use that word recently a lot, right? Because I've read it recently. Just saying. Shrimp deck. Tick Nana. If you want to try, I don't know if you know how to look at what he's posted, but what he's written is actually written in the book that probably you and I have read and everybody else. So maybe we can look that up. I need to screenshot it. I didn't stop him. He's got terrible Wi-Fi. And Bujada, yeah. Bujada. I didn't stop his live. It's still going. He's so hard to hear. That's why I'm leaning down into it when he comes back. Yeah, what's going on? Did he lose his live or did we get cut off? I think his live his live is gone. Let me make sure. Can somebody go check to see if he's on still? All I did was put his name in the search engine and hit the live, and he came right up. Yeah, I think... Did I get cut off? Yeah, he's gonna make me fucking go in there. There's no sound. I'm in, but there's no sound. He's in the one with the stick figure. Yeah, no one can hear anything. They're putting it in the comments. He's silent. Miss Sunshine's in there. Yes, but seriously, Florida man, what you just said, you do all the time. I'm not friends with Scammy, but I'm also not going to support a lady that lied to her entire friend group. Shut up, Miss Sunshine. Show the proof. As much as I don't care for her, show the proof. I mean, it could very well be true that she has this information, but she's yet to show it to Scammy.
Demonized and
no, he's not.
Attacked by somebody who feels threatened because they feel like someone might be smarter than they are, or somebody might be able to do more than they can. And that's a terrible thing. There's materialism. They value money and status. And the money and status might as well be the same thing. You can't go to Walmart. Side note, I can't go to Walmart at all. I'm banned for life. But you can't go to Walmart and get whatever you want without money. And same goes with online. You can't get online and say whatever you want without that status. So people try to claw and grasp at it any way they can to get it. And it's a little rough.
This is the most moronic thing I've ever seen.
Social dominance orientation is pretty much just a presence for group hierarchies and winners versus losers. It predicts a greater tolerance for and sometimes participation in online hate and punitive tactics. It's something that I think people got to be a little more self-aware of their behavior. When status acquisition or winning is the point, intimidation becomes instrumental. It's a tool that works, so it's repeated, and it's a tool that's worked forever. But when people continuously use that tool, they initiate new.
He's got the worst reception. It's not me. It's him. What is this bump in my hair?
How to discuss things properly. They initiate them into that kind of behavior. And that's why we see new people come up all the time and act the same way, if not worse, because some people are ambitious. Some people are like, y'all are being a piece of shit. I can be a bigger one. I'm guilty of that.
Oh, stupid. I look more and more normal every day. Every day. Oh, stupid. I look more and more normal every day. Every day.
And nobody should be intimidated to be silenced. I'm just saying, if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. People can be wrong, and it's not the end of the world. There's something called DARVO. Deny, attack, reverse, and victim. Deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. It's just reactive abuse. Reactive abuse.
It's him. Oh my God, I gotta stop looking at my lips in chat. He must be getting hit hard. Because they're in their comment section, just duking it out too, partially.
But one person, they're ever changing to the point where the bar gets so high that you'll never.
New gray hair is growing as we wait for him to get his Wi-Fi going. This is all Rich Kemper. He's totally reading off of a book or whatever. I've read a couple different articles, books about all this. Well, I glanced at them, but yeah. Yeah, I'm streaming him live. He's got terrible reception.
That's a big one. You get against me.
It's a Discourse account. It's the one with the stick. One of the ones with the stick figure.
Antagonize and
just put Florida Man and it'll pop up instantly. And if you can't see it instantly, look under live, the tab live. You know how to do that. I'm not trying to mess with him. I appreciate your advice. But I am curious to see. I thought I would be one of the ones that would be a topic of conversation tonight. That's why I started to listen. But what is he going to do to me? For real?
Oh my God.
He's not going to do anything to me. There's nothing wrong with
I ain't even moving. I do got to team up. I do got to team up. How about
being afraid of him? I don't foresee, if he does.
I do got to team up. How about?
I'm a big girl. Lots of people are probably streaming him right now. And if you knew what he's talking about, it's quite funny. There's a lot of audacity with this. I don't know what his point in this. You keep talking and I'm going to have to block you. I saw what you wrote. I understand what you're saying, but stop it. I'm asking you kindly. If you didn't watch what I posted today, go back and look at it. It's the only thing I have up there. Don't try to control me. And I'm not in the mood. I'm going to leave your comment. I saw and I heard. And I understand. I'm doing what I can do. It's all fucking day. Sorry, I don't mean to be mean. It's just, it's been a rough day. Respectfully, you hope I mute you or I'm listening to you? I'm listening to you. I'm doing what I can do. I just don't want to be Captain Obvious and hurt feelings. And he's still no sound. Still no sound. I'm listening. I am. I'm seeing. That's okay. And I don't mean to be rough. I think the steroids have kicked in. It's okay. It's okay. It's been a rough day. It's day 6, too. It was a rough start. I'm not going to lie. It's me. It's not anybody else. It's just me. And boy, this sucks. This live sucks. What kind of Wi-Fi you got? Just so I know never to get it. Well, he's got a personal Wi-Fi, I think, spot, doesn't he? FM, can you get into boxes with the account? Maybe... Oh, his live ended. I think he's going to take a box somewhere else. But it's an interesting concept for him. I don't know if anybody got a screenshot. Yeah. Of what he wrote, but it's clearly written from... I'm pretty certain I read a book and a panther, whatever. Some information about parasocial relationships, the dynamics that are happening within online relationships or parasocial relationships. It's one of my favorite words recently. The audacity of him to be trying to educate everybody about that. I'm pretty certain everybody's kind of taken the time to read some stuff, especially with what's gone on over the past 1.5 years, 2 years. Well, don't go too hard on Time to Play. Time to Play knows now. For him to try to it's definitely online. I've seen the same article. Yep, see. Articles or whatever, and for him, the way he's speaking, it's kind of like when you're giving a presentation for the first time and it's not fully your work or fully your words. You're a kid and you're trying to sound natural, but it's just not for him. Like you said, he didn't. It's in the audaciousness to even, and presumption to think that none of us have educated ourselves about this stuff is. And with everything that he's saying, it's everything he's done. Including the people that he hangs out with. We all feel that each of us have done some of these things that he's saying. But in particular, him and his group are bullies. And people live in, this person's afraid of me talking about him or streaming him. I'm 54 years old. What's he gonna do to me? Come find me. Y'all don't truly know all of my life. Because if he fucks around with me, he's going to find out. It won't end well. I don't just clean houses, if you know what I mean. It's who I know. Who I'm family with. Who I'm friends with. And I don't foresee Florida Man ever really. I think I sort of felt like tonight I would be the topic of conversation. You know what I mean? Like he would be digging at me and bullying me or harassing. But just based upon the people that he hangs out with and how we're not getting along, I think that I truly thought Shannon and I were targets. But no, he's trying to educate us about parasocial relationships and the dynamics on social media. Like, really? Everything he and his friends have done. It's just outrageous. And please don't be afraid of this man. He's in hiding. This is wild. He comes on to talk about this. This is so like, it's a little cringy. And hey, why don't you just do better? Don't tell us how to. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Controlling a group of women and just people in general and the drama side of TikTok is like hurting 12 cats. 52 cats. Because I think there's like 50 some of us that are regulars on this app. Good luck. Right, Lip Glossy? Good luck. Ain't no controlling a lot of us. We take advice, but we ultimately do what we want and take our lumps and...
I took that in college.
Yeah. And for him to say, I can't go into... So he stops in the midway of his speech, and the only like fluent speaking and what authentic speaking was him talking about, I can never go back into a Walmart again, so take that for what it's worth. Basically, that I'm not verbatim, but like that was the only part that felt natural. Come on. Stop trying to educate us. A lot of us are in therapy. If we're not in therapy, we're trying to help ourselves by reading up and learning about why we do the things that we do on social media. And I think we're being educated in general in society within the groups that we hang out with. So this is funny. Did he get back online or did he go somewhere else? Yeah. So I'm not following him on any account, so I don't know if he went somewhere else or he's going to try to take a box with somebody else. It doesn't matter where he goes. That Wi-Fi is so bad. We'll see if he gets back on. And, maybe this is part of his way of just getting on here to see who's going to talk about him, he is a sly little dog. We are Gen X, for fuck's sake. Who may I ask? Florida man trying to educate us with a PowerPoint. That wasn't a PowerPoint, by the way. Of somebody else's writings, works, and information. And he's trying to act like he's he's lecturing us about what's happening on our here's TikTokies and our parasocials. Oh, fuck out of here. All the self-help is about us. And there's millions of us on this app, and that's why there's these articles out there. You know what I mean? And books. There's a couple books out there that are pretty interesting. I'll get the names of them, but it does put things in perspective of why we do the things that we do, if you ever were interested. But he's not educating. It's just odd behavior. And like I said, is he trying to put that fishing line out there and hook us in and keep us on the line so he can gather information and see who's talking about him? I don't know. We'll find out. Right? When he talked about... you don't listen? Yeah. Well, it's very hard to hear him because he's got all that background noise and he won't speak up. And he speaks fairly fast, and I speak fast, but he speaks really fast and kind of mumbles. So it's so hard to understand him. And and he's breathing, and he's chewing gum. Do you think the steroids are kicking in? Hi, JJ. Because I can hear him chewing the gum. More than I can hear him speak clearly. And use your voice. Get it out there. If you really want to preach or educate, can we hear you? And I feel he purposely does that so that he doesn't get caught actually saying anything. That's not what I was saying. I was saying, and then it's and do you think that you could tell me something that I don't already know? Because it was underwater basket weave. Did you hear that? Underwater basket weave. That's what I said. Did you understand what I was saying? Sorry. enunciate. Try. So frustrating. God, I'm in rare form. It's because I was expecting to have some really delicious cookies and they were not. They were flour with some sugar on top. I did wreck into a cheese and beef dip. Wrecked into that today. It was so good. It's a technique, I know. Because then he's not actually saying anything that can be used against him. I'm looking to see who's online. I don't know, but whoever that is, hot tea. Well, that was a bust. Get some better. I just take some balls to be saying the things he was saying. You know what I mean? I'm going to check one more time to see if he maybe joined somebody else's live. But I probably won't see it because I'm not following any of his accounts anymore. Like, I don't want to associate with that. And, yeah, I don't see him. If anybody else knows where he's live, if he goes back in a live, could you let me know? But what a bust. Did I take a screenshot of what it was that he wrote? Photos. No. Why did I take a screenshot of that? No, it wasn't anything bad. It's just... Yeah, I used to follow him, but once he did what he did and got involved in things that were really just awful, I was like, no. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't think I'm following him. Not on this account that's on the iPad. Oh, my hand. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Could you guys hear anything that he was saying? And boy, he's got a hard-on for Ms. Sunshine. For somebody that's not been around. He knows a lot of what's going on with her and Scammy Claus. And to say that that they're now friends. And she was in the live saying, hell no, we're not friends. And so was Snark. I just didn't see what Snark wrote because it was upside down. And he had his words across the screen. And that's another thing that he does is that he leaves his screen full of crap so you can't really see the comments properly. And that's another technique. It's like, again, no responsibility. No responsibility in his speech patterns, his actions. It's just weird. But for sure, I thought I was going to be on target. Dang, I keep getting these requests from some silly people that have like one person in their lives redirecting. You're redirecting or am I redirecting? Or is he redirecting? Why would he come online to talk about what's happening on social media and try to educate everybody? He is redirecting? His actions, you think? Like trying to get everybody to think he's changed in some form or fashion? No, I think this is a trick. I think he's doing this and he's gathering information. I truly do. I know, I'm paranoid. In that respect. He doesn't do anything for anyone. I'm so afraid to hit that one. Let me see who this is. Yes, he has redirected. Yeah, you're right. I get what you're saying. I'm slow on the uptake today. Let me see who this is. No, not her. That's funny. I thought maybe he was under another name. Correct. And again, mumbling and not really being able to hear him and talking about things that most all of us already know, and talking about things that are all about him, but trying to put it off on other people. What? What are you doing? Yeah. Look over here at this shiny toy. Up at your ass when you're looking over here. Want up. Well, only time will tell. Boring. Like me. Sorry, I'm so boring. That's another fear I have, is not being... I think part of why I drank, it got me out of my fears. And just, well, let me act like a fool. 1, 2, I just didn't care what people thought. It's kind of nice. Except for the anxiety of, what the fuck did you just do? And when you see it, you're like, oh, shit. Who's that? That's your alter ego when you drink. Alter ego? Alter ego. Did I say ultra? That's nice. Well, folks, I think that's going to end my live tonight, because that was boring as... And I want to get to bed early. Ish. Well, if he comes back on, let me know. Hit me up, but he's too hard to understand. I can't listen to him. I can't do it. You have a good night, everyone. And a safe night. Stay safe out there on the ticky-tacky streets. Bye. Thanks for joining. I can't do it. You have a good night, everyone. And a safe night. Stay safe out there on the ticky-tacky streets. Bye. Thanks for joining.